Good everyone, welcome to this video. Today it's obviously part 2 of the community choice series, and well, the second pick was the A6M2-N. Let's hope this goes better, because well, fun fact, that battle was a 4 minute, well, about a 5 minute defeat. That's how quick that defeat was in the second game that I showed you. Now, luckily enough, because it's a boat zero, it turns pretty much like a zero, so we should be able to easily whoop our competition's ass in a dogfight. But obviously, we do have the floats to worry about, and that central fuel tank in the central float. So the boat zero is one of those planes that, again, I have done a video on this before for It's Phillips, which, just as a fun fact, he is no longer with the channel anymore. He left the channel quite a while back now. He left the Discord server. And yeah, he's no longer with the channel, which is a bit disappointing, but he just moved on from War Thunder, and I can't say I blame him. Because with the recent ways that War Thunder have been, I honestly don't blame him, because he could barely get past rank 2 fighters in like France, US, and stuff like that without getting spanked. But obviously with the Boat Zero, we're at 2.3, so we should hopefully get in some lower tier games. There's only one issue, the J22s. Oh boy. So let's hope this goes a little better. We're probably not going to take the bombs with us because last time I used them they were a bit shit, but we'll see. But like I say, the first community choice battle did not end well because, well, I sort of expected it to not end well because, well, CW21s, Hawks, I-16s, they're just so much better than 112s. So I don't think I'll be putting any 112s on the series list this poll, which is in the description below. There'll be another poll in the description below anytime soon. But anyway, I will see you all in the first game. Right, well, first game, Operation Uranus. And I know HelloFresh is going to make a joke about that. And well, we're in a boat zero, as I've already mentioned at the start. And well, let's hope this goes better. Probably won't. Now, looking at the map, this map's normally for like 2730, so I'm gonna take the bombs. Because we're gonna go around about here and see if we can hunt any low altitude aircraft, because it normally tends to be. Yes, I had every right to fear it because it's a 3-0 game. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've flown the boat zero, to be honest, and well, I'm glad people voted for it. To be honest, I was hoping for possibly the Beaufort, because well, the Beaufort's fun. The Beaufort is a lot of fun. It's just people obviously want to see the 112, which is fair enough, but obviously, as I've already shown in the first video, it was a pile of shit when I flew it because, well, matchmaking, the fact that allied teams are clubbing in low tiers now. So let's hope this goes a little better. So obviously, as I've already mentioned, the second poll will be in the description below, but once again, another aircraft one. I'm going to try and avoid too much Axis or too much allied aircraft. I'm going to get a nice mix of the 5 in there. And obviously, since Sweden's neutral, maybe we could drag out a Swedish plane. I'm not sure. And this guy is... he doesn't even know that the fact this airfield, well, this map has had no airfield to bomb for around about a year or two now. So the Boat Zero, well, the Boat Zero's guns, from what I've heard, specifically the 20mm, have apparently been hit with the Nerf bats. Oh, that guy's getting on my tits already. Shut up. That guy's getting on my freaking tits already. I hate it when people spam radio commands like that. So, apparently the 20mm have been nerfed. So I've got Universal in. So we're hoping for something reasonable. And obviously 7.7s I always run the Universal. Let's hope. Obviously my ping's looking pretty good at 23 or 24-ish. But we'll just have to see. So I'm not going to try and hit ground targets, so I'm going to keep the bombs under the wings for afterwards, but we will just see. So like I say, depending on the game, we'll try and get 2 games in each community choice video. That is the plan, as I already said, and obviously every 5 will be a tank poll. So see, most people come for aviation, so I'm going to accommodate to aviation. That's the plan anyway. But obviously, if you've got any additional requests that you want me to do, like specific aircraft, and you want to put them in the comments, those will not be put in the polls. Just as a heads up, those will not be put in the polls, those will be done in their own videos. So, I can already see a dot down there. I believe that's that IL-2 we saw a moment ago, getting marked by that D4Y3. So we will make our way over there and see if we can deal with that IL-2. Because it'd be better if I do it, because obviously the Boat Zero climbs okay, but due to the floats under the wings, at high altitude, this thing really does struggle. I can already see a second target over there, so we might go and investigate that. Yeah, that's the IL-2, I can tell by the wing shape. Okay. So that will probably be a bomber or a twin engine fire, so I'm not too worried about that. This IL-2, however, flown right, fair enough he's ground attacking at the moment. Flown right, and there's J-22. It can be a big danger. And yes, that's a Key 43, that is a Hawk. Let's see what he does. Yeah, he looks to be turning for a... What's he doing? I thought he was going to try to scumbag then by crashing it, but we've scored hits, so we'll get the kill if he does that. Okay, guns seem to work. If you aim for the pilot at least. First kill. Okay, 112, well 111 has been attacked by a Key 43, Hawk and a Spitfire. Yeah, it's not looking too great so far, but yeah, whatever. 109 seem to be climbing up reasonably good, that's good to hear, or good to see more like. So, let's see if we can hit up some ground targets for the 7.7s, we're not going to use the cannons on them. Because, well, there's not really much point. Bombs we might use on those AAA trucks. We'll see, depending on how overpowered they are. That normally means we might want to use them on them. Oh no! Oh, that was close. Yeah, you guys are definitely getting the bombs. I'm sorry, but I don't trust you. Is this 111 really trying to steal my ground targets? Yep, he is. Nice try, knobhead. Honestly. Like, you're a bomber, and you're trying to steal the same ground targets as me. That's just pathetic. Anyway, let's continue, shall we? Our team seems to be doing pretty reasonable in the upper sections. Yeah, they've cleaned up really well. That's good to see. I mean, funny, right, mate? You could have easily used your gunners on that. And look, now he's trying to steal this armored car from me. Nice try, knobhead. Are you actually shooting at me? Because if you are, I will use these 20s on you. Don't think I won't. I swear, if one bullet hits even my float... Right, that is it. You are dying. You are dying. This guy's a team killer. Fuck you. The floats seem to be taking most of it. What a piece of shit. Actually trying to team kill me. I think I blew his tail off, so he'll crash, hopefully. What a freaking numbskull. What a freaking idiot. Like, what was his problem? It's a couple of freaking trucks. That shows you the mentality of War Thunder players now. Well, because he's pretty much knackered our engine, We might as well make our way back to base, because he's pretty much knackered us right now. We are quite combat ineffective. Why can I hear what sounds like an aircraft? Oh, it's that D4Y. Okay. Right, we'll have a look at his level in a moment. What was his name? Oliver? Was it? Yeah, Oliver 1205. Let's have a look. Oh no, we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Oh no, it's Olivia, sorry. 1205. And my internet's playing up, so we'll have to look in a moment. I have no idea what his problem was. I'll be funny, right? It's a couple of freaking trucks. Let's try again. There we go, level 47. Let's turn off tanks. Yeah, his tank is trash. That explains why he's a scumbag. Only cares about himself and his tanks. What a piece of shit. Right, well, judging by the damage to our engine, it's probably going to be a long flight back. But, to be honest, that just gives me a chance to just talk about players like that. It's rather surprising how more selfish players are starting to play War than now. And like, you can see that Chinese A16, he's had all the ground targets in the world, and do you see that IL-2 pilot? Fair enough, I killed him quite early, but if he was to stay in the game, would he care? No, he wouldn't, because, well, they're ground targets. We're all allowed to kill them. That's the whole point of ground targets. And yet he's that selfish, he tries to team kill me over a couple of armoured cars and trucks. That's the mentality of War Thunder players now, and it is really concerning, because obviously the longer I go on, the more chance you are, like, the more longer the game goes on, the more chance you are going to have players like that. But I'm sorry, that's just pathetic. It's a freaking truck and a couple of armoured cars. There's plenty for everyone. I mean, look, there's still one load in the north, like up here in C5 that is, and then you've got here in E3. There was no reason for him to do that. But because he's an arsehole, he chose to do so. But hey, we've had a good game in the A6M2-N. We've not had the world's best game. No chance. But, I mean, we've got to kill a load of ground targets, and we've got to kill an arsehole. So, I see it as an absolute win. And if anyone gets that reference, please do put it in the comments below. I'll give you a hint. It's a reference to one of my favourite films. But, like, there was no reason for his attack, but whatever. Yeah, looking at my team, they seem to have done this job pretty well, so that's the good thing. I'm just worried now, with the damage that he's done to my float, is it going to survive the landing? I don't think it will, but we'll just have to bring her in nice and gently. So see, I'm just worried about that central float snapping off, which it can do. So we'll take her in nice and slow. That's it. Okay, that's gonna have to do. But I'll take that. I honestly thought the central float was gonna snap off there, to be honest, people. But even so, we managed to land a plane, which is always nice. Right. So what should we do now? Because I know for a fact that I-16 is probably cleaning up some ground targets still. There's a Spitfire. There's the I-16, which is probably a Type 17. So what I think we should do is, we should make our way towards these ground targets in E3, not the ones in C5, because, well, there only appears to be like 2 or 3 of them, and we'll make our way over there. So, I'll see you over there. Right, we're a little bit early before our ground targets, but there's a couple of ground targets over here, and obviously I don't want to just jump ahead and have a load of more ground target kills without having anything to show for it, really, because obviously I want to show off everything that happens to the battle, pretty much. I was just chatting with a friend on my phone then, just saying, like, what happened with that attack and everything, like, his unwarranted attack. I just find it funny that there's actually someone who is that desperate for their own for their own capability and all that they'll actually try to team kill me over ground targets. And like, my friend who I was chatting to there doesn't even play Warzone, and yet she said it was selfish of him. I'm gonna ask you guys this: was I the arsehole in this regard? Lovely, got a nice medium tank there. But am I the arsehole in this situation? Because personally, I don't think I am. If anything, I'm the good guy out of all this. There was no reason for him to attack me. Yes, he might have been spading. But he fired the first shot, remember? What's happening over here? Is that some sort of bug? I don't know. But I'm going to ask you guys this. Am I the arsehole? Because I don't think I am. At the end of the day, I'm killing ground targets. It's what I'm meant to do. Yes, the bomber is meant to do it as well. But that, to me, was an unwarranted attack. Okay, I think this might just be a bug, or like a bugged out player, because this doesn't seem to be an actual player dart. I'm not too sure. Should we just go have a look anyway? Because I'm not 100%. And nah, we'll just go for the ground targets as normal. But genuine question, am I the dickhead in that regard? Am I the one who's triggered that? Because I don't think I was. I was just doing my work. Like, I was just doing my job as a boat zero. Like, a lot of boat zero pilots ground pound, because obviously this thing doesn't have the speed to keep up with the majority of targets that it will see. So in a way, I'm technically doing my job. Fair enough, in real life, this boat zero was not meant for that. But even so. To quote a YouTube channel that I actually watch, fair enough, it's an all-Russian channel, but they do have English subtitles. Which is why I watch them. And they've run a series called Am I the Arsehole? So, am I? Because I'm not going to let it bother me, but like I say, I just don't think I'm the arsehole in this regard. Because he didn't exactly do anything for the team anyway, and besides, I had bombs, I was doing my job. And well, we got to punish him for it. We got to punish him for doing an unwarranted attack. Which, it was completely unwarranted. There was no reason behind his attack, other than him being selfish. Like I say, let me know what you guys think. Do you think I'm the arsehole in this regard? Because you know me, I like to hear everyone's opinion. So, just let me know. But we're at our ground targets now, so we can freely open up. Obviously, I've already basically said to you that I was going to go for him. And obviously, Gaijin's perfectly good modelling here. They're just driving straight through the buildings. And it's actually quite close on tickets, so I do need to kind of work on these. See if we can get precision shots in there, though. That's the modelling right there. I can actually tell you how that building would actually be constructed, you know. The way in gaming works, well, like when you're doing game design, that's my bullets were colliding with the collision effect of the building. And obviously that truck would have a collision model as well. So obviously since the bullets are colliding with the truck's model, the truck would be coded to obviously, well, be destroyed, because that's the whole point of it. But obviously from what I've heard, Gaijin actually has what they call spaghetti code, which is just, you put code on top of code. So like, let's say a part of a code has a problem, and that code needs to be fixed. Essentially, Gaijin does spaghetti coding, which is basically just a random mix of like codes and stuff, which they really should fix, because spaghetti coding is probably one of the most inefficient coding. Now, efficiency in coding is not actually that bad of a deal, but I could do an entire video about coding if you wish, because I don't know everything about coding, but I can at least give you a rough idea of what I'm meaning. Right, well, that Key 43 is about to bait himself on whatever's over there. I think that's actually the Spitfire. Not sure what's up with that Corsair. I think he's taken a crit. Yeah, the Spitfire set him on fire. Where are those ground targets? Because I think at this point, that's my best option. Because we can win if we kill these ground targets. Because there's 2 sets of them. And I think they drain about 200 tickets each. But yeah, I'll let the flight run. We'll just get over there. It shouldn't take too long to cover 5 miles in this thing. But I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, saying that I'm not, like, I am the arsehole in this regard, obviously, with that Olivia guy, or girl, or whatever. But please do let me know. I'm more than curious about it, shall we say. But what a flight for the Boat Zero. I mean, I didn't think I'd get anything this interesting, that's for certain. It's still discussion. We've had talks about coding. We've got to smack an IL-2 out of the sky, and we've got to smack a team killer, so... Well, a wannabe team killer. He should have chosen a much better plane for this job than a H6, but... Even so. I just don't think I was the person in the wrong, then. Yeah, those 2 last fighters are really starting to kick our ass. I think the Key 43's best hope at this point is to try and run. Because, well, they're not going to win, well, he's not going to win a turn fight with 3 aircraft, is he? Especially when one of them, the Spitfire, and even the I-16, if it's the, well, then again, no, it's a Type 17, so it won't, but even so, he's not going to win the engagement, I can tell you that right now. Only unless he's a god of War Thunder is he going to win that engagement. Right, how much did that take off? About 260 odd tickets. Right, I think that Hawk knows where I am. Looking at that flight path, he knows exactly where I am. Or at least approximately. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to stay low. Not so low that we'll scrape our prop, well, not scrape our prop, scrape our float, but low enough to ensure that we don't get into a bad situation and start collecting snow and doing like snow plowing and stuff. Which would be funny because, well, we'd end up hitting a tree, but I don't think you guys want to see me hit... Well, then again, you would want to see me hit a tree because it's funny, but we'll gloss over that. Yeah, hopefully once we kill these vehicles, the last few ground targets over there should be bombed by that Condor. So, here's hoping. Yeah, we've had some good discussions this battle, that's for certain. And obviously I want to see people responding in the comments, preferably. But, just see what you think. Go with your own opinion. I'm not going to judge you for your own opinion. That is perfectly fine. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion in my comment section, so please do. You can pretty much say whatever you want in my comment section, except for swears, because, well, for some reason YouTube doesn't like it when people swear. They legit don't. Like, I try to approve people's comments of like I try to approve them, and yet they just get auto-deleted if they have swears in them. Which to me just sums up how much of a snowflake generation this has become. Right, last guy left is that I-16. And he just crashed. Okay then. That's the game over, folks. That was a good game. That was a really good game for ground attack and all that, and obviously getting that air kill at the start. But yeah, this battle's brought up a lot of discussion, hasn't it? But 1 air kill, 32 grand. Well, I'll say 2 air kills, more like. He might as well be on the enemy team. But yeah, that was a good game. And this is the typical bug that I seem to be having. Like, the return to hangar takes a lot longer than it should. But yeah, that was an interesting battle. So do let me know what you think. If you think I was wrong in that regard, and you think I caused that incident with that guy, let me know. But personally, looking at his stat card, I don't think I was. I think he was just tanker trash. He only cares about getting ground targets and all that for his tanker trash, and he's trash in tanks anyway, so he's not going to be particularly useful to his team even then. So like I say, just one last reminder, there is going to be a poll in the description below for the next poll of the Community Choice Series, and I will greatly appreciate if people vote. Anyway, I'll let you guys off, and I hope you enjoyed today's battle, which it took a while, but even so, we learned a lot, and obviously we got to have a bit of discussion. But anyway, I'll see you all on the next one.